While we clamor for unemployment in Nigeria, while we talk about underemployment in Nigeria, the way workers are treated in Nigeria, the labor force of Nigeria, we also remember to talk about the informal economy of Nigeria, those people with no formal job or formal work who have to fend for themselves, the street hawkers, the POS operators, and so on and so forth. Today, we lays our focus on them. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. This remains the Diary of a Broken Man, where we dissect political, economic, and social issues. Do well to subscribe, to share, to like, and to give us your own, piece of comment that will go a long way to support our project. Once again, you are welcome and thanks for watching. Today we focus on informal economy of Nigeria, wherein we talk about street hawkers and how Nigeria can leverage their efforts to build our economy for a better economy. So Nigeria's informal economy is massive. That is true. With about 80% of jobs tied to it. We're talking about millions of people. Millions. Think about hawkers, think hawkers in the traffics of Lagos, Abuja, all these hawkers who sell sachet water, who sell canned drinks, who sell different things, different wares, different goods. If you are entering Lagos along that express, Ibadan expressway, those people who chase after cars to sell their recharge cards, to sell this, to sell that. These are the people we are talking about today. Okay? Think about those who fix your car, the mechanics, the unregistered mechanics, roadside organizers. Think about these people who work very hard, the barrow pushers. Think about them and how Nigeria can help them, and by helping them, help themselves or help ourselves as a country. Okay? These folks operate outside formal regulation, no contracts, no payrolls, and so no taxes. Often cash only. It's a hustle-driven system. You remember I told you Nigerians are born hustlers. That's why Nigerians can survive anywhere in the world, because they are ready to work. Nigerians are born hustlers. They can hustle under any condition, provided there is a pay. And so that's why you see anywhere you go to in the world and you don't find a Nigerian, that place, something is wrong somewhere in that place. Because wherever you find Nigerians, there you find hard work. There you find determination to make it. Given our, the deficiency we've gotten from our country, everybody wants to make up that deficiency by hustling his way out of poverty. Okay? So we continue. So it's a hustle-driven, mentality and the system, rooted in necessity and resilience. Especially since formal job creation can't keep up with 200 million plus people. Job creation, no matter how much job you create, you can't. The population is much, so most people have to go for self-employment, and that self-employment is what we call informal economy. Now let's talk about street vendors and artisans, who are the backbones here. So we're talking about street vendors, artisans, these people who sell provision stores and so on and so forth. So vendors sell everything from sachet water to recharge cards to phone chargers to everything you think about. Food, they sell everything. They sell corn, roasted corn. They sell roasted plantain we call bole. They sell fish, roasted fish. They sell roasted yam. There's nothing you won't find. And it's a very, very sweet side of Nigeria that you will love to experience in case you're not a Nigerian. You need to meet these people. And they are humane, irrespective of, the condition they find themselves. You still meet the most wonderful people among them. The organizers, the mechanics, how good they are to you. And how honest they are to you. They are not only good to you, they are honest to you, and they will give you Sometimes they will boast of giving you the best, more than you can ever even get in the formal sector of, whatever they are doing, maybe the sales department or whatever. They will boast of giving you better than you find there. Especially they make up in service and honesty. Okay, so you see everything, phone accessories, everything is there. So adapting to whatever whatever is selling for that day. So most times it's not just like I come out every day to sell on recharge cards. Sometimes it's a situation of what is in vogue. So if he comes out today and he sells recharge cards, tomorrow maybe he notices charger or phone chargers are what is in vogue. He gets phone chargers and begins to sell phone chargers. And that's the sweetness of them. It's dynamic. The dynamism makes it even sweeter and sweeter. That's why you can't love Nigerians enough. Nigerians are sweet people. Okay, so artisans like tailors or mechanics rely on skills passed down or picked up informally, serving local demands. Okay, they are hyper local, flexible, and they keep cash flowing in communities where banks barely reach. I mean, these are the people who make money reach every part of Nigeria. Exactly. They are the people who make money go around in Nigeria. Without these people, sometimes money may not. You remember when we did cashless policy, when we started or when we introduced the stringent cashless policy back in 2023. These guys were the people who made sure money was flowing. Without them, many Nigerians would have died of hunger because the Nigerian banks then messed things up. I will give it to them. The Nigerian banks messed it up. If you go to a bank, some are even selling the monies given to them by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So giving people, it was a mess. Thanks to these, vendors who will, buy in cash, and they transfer money around, they made money go around. So thanks to them. This setup leaves a gaping tax gap, unfortunately, because you may not tax them, or you cannot tax them because they are not formal, they are not registered. Okay, although Nigeria, I hate it when people say Nigerians don't pay taxes, because we pay informal tax, hidden taxes, and whatever we do from morning till night. In fact, Nigerians pay even more taxes than those in their counterparts in Asia, Europe, and America, because everything is taxed. The biscuit you buy is taxed. The biscuit may be 10 naira basically, but because of tax, you buy it 100 naira. And because it is a hidden tax, nobody talks about, nobody even knows. People are not even aware that they are paying taxes, those hidden taxes, which is even more wicked, because somebody can triple the price of a thing because he believes let's not talk about that today. Anyway, so the government misses out on revenue. Estimates peg the informal sector at over 60% of GDP, yet it's barely taxed. Formalizing it could fund infrastructure, but try convincing a vendor with 5,000 who makes 5,000 a day, convincing him to pay tax, and you risk losing the person. You may not come around that place again, because and then unfortunately the places, sometimes they use POS. The POS even charge them, which is a kind of tax also. So it's a dynamic system that needs to be carefully addressed, and rush into taxing people as the normal system in Nigeria does. Okay, PalmPay. Let's talk about PalmPay and OPay. Now, digitalizations are shaking things up. Tools like OPay and PalmPay, mobile payment platforms are pulling informal trades into digital age. OPay's got motorbike. They have POS machines. And then they have cheap transfers, sometimes even free transfers. So PalmPay, for instance, is pushing wallets and microloans. Okay, they are targeting traders and vendors, letting them take QR payments, which makes it faster because everybody wants it fast. And because of this QR payment system, with PalmPay and OPay, you can easily scan and pay and go your way. instead of going to ATM to stand for 2 hours. Because in Nigeria, that's the only country I see even the ATM box before a bank has no money, because they sell the money. I still don't understand how we deal with ourselves. Make things difficult for everybody. Okay, it's a game changer, because this scanning system, makes trade and everything, go very fast, very fast. So cashless vibes mean less risk of theft, and the data trails could eventually help with credit access. Okay, in 2023 alone, OPay processed billions in transactions, and the PalmPay user base spiked, making up to billions of movement of money around the country. Okay, but it's not all smooth. Internet spotty outside cities, phones aren't universal, and trust in digital over cash is shaky for many. Some of them are old women, some of them are not literate enough to handle some of these banking system, so they prefer cash. Because they don't want to tell stories. That's the system. They'll tell you, I don't want stories, and that's how Nigerians see it. We don't want stories. No stories, just give me the cash. You don't need that. That's your story. Okay, so it's because of lack of internet, and then sometimes some people don't even have the phone, the kind of phone that you can contain OPay and PalmPay and all this and all that. On the flip side of it, anyway, digitalization might close the gas gap in tax. It will help at a point. Even the taxman can, see the digital footprint of how much transaction you have made in the past, and and they keep track of the transactions you are making, the sales you are making, then see how to tax you. But that's a story for another day. I know the average Nigerian would like this one. Okay, for many, transactions leave footprints that the taxman could follow. Lagos State, for instance, already is experimenting with these digital levies, trying to tax people on informal markets. But forcing formality risk will kill the flexibility of these markets, and this market is what keeps the economy alive. Okay, plus these apps aren't charity. All these apps we are using, we pay for them, we pay for this, we pay for that, we pay for hidden, we pay for charges. So it's not a free to move this thing. So finally, Nigeria's informal economy is a beast, vital, chaotic, and evolving. Now, street vendors and artisans power it. Tax gaps hobble state coffers, and digitalization could be a wild card. The truth is, Nigeria depends on this informal economy, even without knowing it. Because from day to day, the average person buys canned water, buys drinks, buys the most things on the traffic. Because if you check, because we don't have, sorry to say, the good roads to, and then ease of transportation, when you think how many hours or minutes it will take you to get to the market to buy phone charger, then you see a vendor on the road, close to you, and they are dynamic, they are everywhere, they are faster than anything. Before you say come, they're already there. So why would I risk going to the market, paying for transportation, doing this, when I can buy it on the transport? So they make a lot of money. So Nigeria can't afford to, neglect them. The only thing we need to do is to make things work, and then create awareness of digitalization, wherein the people can now begin to use the systems like this PalmPay, OPay, MoneyPoint, POS system. So cashless policy increases, even though personally I don't like cashless policies, because it devalues money. In my own estimate, it enriches banks, and it lessens the money in your pocket. Let me give you an instance. If you transfer, if I give you 100,000 naira, Let me give you an instance of the difference between cash and the cashless policy. If I give you 100,000 naira on Monday, by the time you have not touched the money, you've not done anything with the money, it's still going through the process of transfers. If I give you the money on Monday, by Friday, the money has reduced to, say, 70, 80,000. Tell me how. Each single time you transfer 50 naira, 70 naira, 80 naira is moved from the money. Then it keeps going. Each time you transfer, each time you withdraw. Now we are hearing the central bank is making a regulation so that if you withdraw on the ATMs outside your bank, 100 naira will be removed, something like that. 20 for every 20,000 will be 10,000. Now, each time you make those transfers, make it 10 times a day. 1,000 is gone, remaining 99. Then it keeps happening. You are enriching the banks. That's why banks can do things of billions and trillions. These are your monies they're using. Charges. And people think it's a small money. When they look at their phone, it's 9,999 and they transfer. It becomes 9,950. I say it's just 50 naira or 40 naira. Before you know it, the money becomes 8,000. Before you know it, 7,000. Before you know it, 6,000. You've not done anything with the money. It's just going through the process of digitalization. But cash, as it is cash. If I give you 100 naira, it's 100 naira. You give me a value of 100 naira. And that 100 naira remains 100 naira anywhere. No charges, no deductions. That's why I don't like digital economy. Does it make business faster? Does it make transactions easier? Sure. But as far as preserving the quantity or quality of your money, physical cash is better for me. Okay? So join me in the comment section. Tell me what you think about these informal economies and how you think our country can leverage on their creativity to make the economy even boost the economy of Nigeria, make it grow even bigger and better. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Okay? Remember to subscribe, to share, to like, just engage in the this is our channel. Okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you.